Hello my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. To kick off the new year, this 2022 year, which is so crazy to say, I wanted to do a little bit of a new introduction because so much has changed over the past couple of years that you guys have been following me. I'm so appreciative for all of the support, and I know we have a lot of new friends in our little family, so here we go. And of course, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to comment them or follow me on my Instagram, which is the same name as my YouTube channel, and we can get to know each other there even more. But first of all, my name is Reagan. Nice to meet you. I am 23 this year. Actually, my birthday is in 2 days, which is really weird. I run a boarding facility in North Carolina, amongst many other things. I do a lot of braiding at horse shows, odd jobs, running all over the place, teaching beginner lessons, all sorts of things just to keep working in the horse world, which is my source of happiness. And I'm a big advocate for doing what you love, even if that means you're not a millionaire at the end of the day, you gotta be happy. I started riding probably when I was about 10 years old, very casually on some Clydesdales that a friend had, and it grew from there. I got my first horse when I was probably, 12 or so. She unfortunately passed away. Her name was Bella. She was so perfect, the ideal first horse, and I thank her for everything. And then it grew from there, and we moved to this farm in 2014. And my parents live on the main property and I live on the neighboring property, so I'm here all the time and it is such a fun environment. My parents are amazing and we all just love what we do so much, and my boyfriend has become a very important part in the farm, and we do everything together, even if it is like mass chaos like in this video, but everything is so much fun when you're doing it with the people that you love, and that is key. Starting off with the many animals we have here, this is Cheeto and his sister Dorito, our lovely barn kitties. Yes, I named them myself. We also have a lot of dogs in our little family. We have two. This is Nemo and Hemi. Nemo is on the left, Hemi's on the right. This is their favorite trick.
Where's your best friend? Right there!
Aren't they cute? My parents also have 4 dogs, and we have a lot of dogs that come and visit. Some of the boarders bring their dogs. We have family that bring their dogs. It is just a dog party. Speaking of my parents' dogs, you guys may remember little Dubs. He is a teeny tiny little Chihuahua. Last year, someone threw him in the river at the end of our street. Our road is unfortunately notorious for dumping dogs. We do still have him. He is doing fantastic. He actually lives with my parents now with their other dogs, and he just loves it up there. He is a spoiled brat. But just so you guys know, he is absolutely doing well. He does come run down to the barn and visit me and help me with barn chores quite often. Now let's get to the fun part and talk about horses. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of videos from before I got Diesel because that phone and computer are so completely dead and I have no way of getting the videos off of them, so I just have what I posted to social media. But I have primarily shown the AQHA all-around the past 5 years or so, doing the hunter-runner saddle, equitation, showmanship, a little bit of horsemanship here and there, but on other horses have dabbled in a little bit of everything. I unfortunately don't have a ton of video from those other horses, I just looked, but I've done a little bit of Western pleasure, ranch riding, hunter jumpers, dressage, just here and there everything, and it's been a blast. When it comes to the horses, I'd first like to introduce you to Mr. Foxy. He is 22 this year. He's about 15'3", and he is an American paint horse. He's also registered with the Pinto Association, and he is just incredible. They don't make horses like this anymore. He is seriously the best creature to ever grace this earth. I've had him since he was 13, and I was 14, I think. Here's some really embarrassing show pictures of us. He's the one that got me into horse showing and the all-around, and now we just play around and have fun, and this is us on a trail ride. He loves to stay active and is happiest when he's interacting with people, so I want to keep him that way, so I do keep him tuned up and ride him when I can. but he is loving his new job of teaching beginner lessons. He loves the kids, loves showing them all of his party tricks, as you see here. He just will do anything for food, and my priority now is keeping him happy. And I really, really hope one day my kids get to ride him too, because he is seriously one in a million, and I love him to death. Next up, we have Diesel. He is an 18-hand quarter horse gelding. He is 9 this year. And yes, I did say 18 hands. I've had a lot of people questioning that on my TikTok recently. Just keep in mind that the amazing quarter horse is very, very versatile, and it really depends on their lineage. We have hunter lines, we have cow horse lines, and a little bit of everything in between. And he is bred to be a hunter. For anyone curious, he is by Iron Age and out of a Look at Me mare. And he is incredible. I love him. If you are not new to our channel, you may know that we have really been suffering this past year with medical mysteries and just what I'm calling perfectly timed disasters. And it has just been bad luck after bad luck. If you want to know more about that, I do have a video posted about what we've been going through this past year, but I won't bore you here with that. I bought Diesel in 2018, which he was a coming 4-year-old when I bought him. I bought him in December of that year. He and I have done a little bit of everything together, shown all over the East Coast from Ohio down to Georgia and a little bit in between. We mostly did the hunter under saddle, the hunt seat equitation, and the showmanship, and sometimes the halter when he was feeling extra chunky. He just never gives up on me. He is always there to try something new, always there to tell me when I'm wrong or tell me when I'm doing something that he doesn't think is the right way and teach me the right way. He has taught me so many things, and my trainer actually set me up with him when I was searching for a horse. She had him in barn trying to prep him to be sold, and she said, you may not get along with him and you may get along with him perfectly. And we ended up having just about the same amount of ADHD put together, so we get along a little bit too well. We think the same way, which is a little scary sometimes. My plans and goals for him this year are just to continue exploring the hunter over fences world and try our very best at it and try some different avenues and places to show and really just grow ourselves into it and have fun. Almost losing him this year really put into perspective how important he is to me, so I really just want to focus on keeping him happy, and he really enjoys this new jumping thing, so I'm really excited to see where it goes. Now let's talk about this handsome guy. This is Winston. He is a 6-year-old quarter horse gelding. He's about 16'1", 16'2" hands maybe. I started leasing him to have something to ride and keep me busy as Diesel was recovering from his injury. He's been hauled around and is exceptionally quiet, and he does get his quietness and his forelock from his lazy loper daddy, in case anyone's wondering. This is us schooling at the show that I took him to. Like I said, he has been hauled around plenty, and he was not fazed by the show scene at all, but this was his first time actually entering in some classes. We went in 2 or 3 classes, I can't remember quite honestly, but he was fantastic, as you can see here. Just a complete pro, even at his young age and not being shown before. I have him focusing on just the hunter under saddle right now, but with his brain and talent and his breeding, I really think he'll one day excel in the all-around, doing the Western events and the patterns. And I'm really looking forward to showing him this year. Also on the string this year, we have little Maple. Maple is an approximately 7-year-old, I'm saying quarter pony cross. She's about 14'2", and I found her on Craigslist at the end of last year. A little bit more of her story can be found in some of my other videos. They are really recent, so you can check them out and learn a little bit more about her. She's coming along really, really well, and I'm really proud of her so far. She came to me very, very timid and scared of people. My original intentions were for her to be a sale prospect, but she's looking like she might be a more permanent part of our team as a future lesson horse. Her size is just perfect, and she's so, so sweet and so talented. I'm really enjoying her. Now here comes the hard part of this video. When I started putting this together, I had no idea that I was going to lose my heart horse within a couple of days. A lot of you were on this journey with us when I first got Elliot, back in 2014 when he was 2. He was my pride and joy, and still is to this day. We went through so much together, and it's so, so weird in this barn and empty without his presence. On February 1st, the day before my 23rd birthday, Elliot suffered an impaction colic and passed away the next morning. We went to NC State Veterinary Hospital, and they were absolutely amazing and did everything they could. But because of some prior medical diagnosis for him, he was suffering too much and just had too much going on in his system, and he wasn't able to fight through it. There's just too much to say about this horse to wrap it up into one video, so I do plan on making an entire honorary video all about him and celebrating our journey together. Like I said, Elliot had a lot medically that he struggled with, and I'll get into that in another video, and there's some to be learned from previous videos, but he just was so forgiving for this world that was so terrible to him, and he just tried so hard every single day for everybody that came in contact with him to make them smile, to make them laugh, and sometimes make them fear for their lives, but that's okay, that was just Elliot. He will always and forever be my terrifying red dragon. He's part of me forever. I have a tattoo for him on my ankle that I got when we came home from the Congress in 2017. You know, the Congress that he tried to kill me in the middle of the pen, but that's okay, that's just Elliot. Someone on my Instagram commented on one of my posts about Elliot recently that when we lose a heart horse or a member of our family like this, we give each other a piece of our heart, and Elliot took a piece of my heart with him when he passed, but he also left a piece of him with me. And I feel like it's my responsibility to continue living and continue doing everything that he loved watching me do. Whether it was ride a horse, lunge a horse, groom a horse, he was always there, standing at the fence line, just watching me. All I want to do is make him proud. So I'm forcing myself to post this video and post more videos in his honor and just continue reliving memories with him. But I want to sincerely thank you guys for all of the sweet notes on my Instagram. Thank you doesn't seem like enough. You guys have seriously gone above and beyond in comfort and words that I really, really needed to hear. So thank you. And here's to 2022 in Elliot's honor.